with a 15.
I got an 18.
Hey! Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going? Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to our after hours part of the digital convention. This is representative of when we would normally break for the day and then go hang out at the bar and talk with everyone and, have fun.
Or get thrown out of a hotel.
Or
That
get thrown
too.
out of a hotel. However, everyone chooses to party. But we are functionally here to just have a little bit of a hangout with y'all and shoot the shit. So feel free to throw, I don't know, questions, humor, etc. in the chats. We will be watching them. We're going to be doing a power hour for this one. Now, for those of you familiar with a power hour from our Patreon,
God damn it! Rick got 5 guys. Rick got 5 guys, and now I'm in the position of being jealous of someone in New Jersey. Fuck.
So, for those of you who are unfamiliar or who are familiar with Power Hours from our Patreon event nights that we do with our Discord community and everything, you might know them as the thing we watch with videos where you take a shot of beer every minute. And this will be similar in the shot of beer every minute part, but not so much in the videos because we're streaming this on YouTube and Facebook, and every collection of videos we could use would be struck down for copyright shit within the first 10 minutes. So we are going to do it with just a counter, and the entertainment will be us shooting the shit and slowly losing our drunken minds.
Yes.
It'll be great.
You get to look at us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to...
Our weasel claws.
Yeah.
Check out his background. Look at this.
Oh,
Now
now we
it's
can
a
get a better
party.
look at the headphones.
Look at this guy.
Wow, those are really impressive.
Those are
Those are
good.
nice.
Yeah.
He's
That's
having a good
Two
time.
yogurt cups.
So, Bob, has it not been raining on you all fucking afternoon?
It's been off and on. I needed
Because
it.
it's been pouring up here.
Yeah. It's clear now.
All right. Well, while we're going to shoot the shit, we should probably go ahead and get started on this power hour to go along with it. So, for those folks out there who are unfamiliar, we'll walk through it while everyone's getting their beers ready. A traditional power hour is done by doing a shot of beer every minute for... sorry, I had a drawer to close. Every minute for 60 minutes. And at the end of it, you would be very drunk and have done about 6 beers. Now, we are old. We might not be pouring them all the way to the brim, and you at home should feel free to drink to your own standards and strengths and etc. We're all adults. Let's all behave and drink responsibly and not make us libels. So, with that disclaimer out of the way,
Nicely done, Drew.
yes,
Nicely handled.
Yeah.
we are going
Very
to start a little quicker.
Let's hurry this up. I got to drive my kids somewhere.
All right.
So Bob's only going to do a shot every 2 minutes.
Without further ado, here we go.
I can't believe you just said further, Drew.
You
I
can?
can't believe
so
we're
good.
Really?
surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
All right. Shoot.
What are you guys drinking?
Oh.
Oh.
Cheap as shit. I can-
Cold and refreshing.
I'm drinking-
Bud Light.
Angry
I am
Orchard. Joe's the classy bitch among us.
Woo!
I'm not.
Cheers.
Hold out your pinky, motherfucker.
Oh, hold on.
Ah.
There.
Somebody wipes their ass.
I do, as a matter of fact. My ass is sparkly clean.
Oh man, I'm
Can
doing
attest.
a truly hard lemonade seltzer because I forgot we were doing this, and I had a few of these left in my fridge.
I'm not. I'm not too far away. It's lemonade with a little bit of the wife's dandelion wine in it.
I assume y'all
Oh,
could hear
that sounds
that
good.
sound of a can opening. That is our cue to drink on this power hour, by the way.
Oh.
I got a generic.
Oh, this was a
store brand
mistake.
Ruby
Oh.
Paler.
You remember I say you should always have the least flavor possible on a power hour drink? This is so tart. Oh god.
Drew, I can't remember anything you've ever said on a power hour because I'm too fucked up by the end of it.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. It is its own dimension.
A
Yeah.
power hour hits me so hard now. I can't believe I used to be able to do centennial clubs pretty easily. Easily is a strong word. Regularly. Worryingly regularly.
What is a centennial club? What are you
100
talking
shots
about
of beer in 100 minutes.
now? Oh,
Good
fuck
God.
off.
A bicentennial is 200. I've never gotten there. I think my record was I got into the 130s at some point and then passed out.
Drink.
Who can keep count after 50?
The videos with the
There's
little
numbers
clickers
after
helped.
50.
Also, if
And
you've
this
done
is
2
why
power hours, you've done 120.
And this is why people think you're dead. Oh, and
Yeah.
looking at the comments, Trent, I actually used to teach college, and if I could teach anything you wanted, that's why I'm not teaching anymore.
Oh, in honor of our OG con from last year, doing a Vegas shot glass.
Nice, nice.
In honor of
Uh,
having renovated my downstairs and not knowing where my goddamn shot glasses are, I'm drinking from a bottle. But I'll stick out my pinky because I also wipe my ass.
In honor, because I just like this cup I got from Harry Potter Land in Universal.
You know,
Oh, you guys
are
the
butter
cheapest
drinking
thing I
shit.
could find.
In honor of
drinking,
not
that's a
giving
dangerous
shit,
man.
I'm drinking from the can.
Bud Light from the can.
I feel like the
He's
shot glass
truly
helps me, and
the
I
freest
can't
of us
articulate
all.
why. Oh my god, it's so sour,
I
it's making
did-
me salivate in a weird way. Jesus.
I
like I
thought
should
you were
eat
gonna
like
say
a
it's
bunch
gonna
of
make you
gummy
salivate in a
worms or
weird
something.
place.
In response
not-
to the teaching question that Trent asked, I actually have taught. I co-taught a workshop on writing fight scenes with Fonda Lee, and that was like we've done it several times now, and it's one of the most stupid fun things we've done at cons.
That seems cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
it's a good time.
Are these questions on Facebook?
Yeah, this one's a Facebook
No, it's
one.
on
This
the
one's from,
it's on the Facebook.
Yeah,
Oh,
Trent.
from
I
Trent
will now
Ford.
begin to pay attention to that.
I'm just
I'll
gonna,
take that one.
I'm just focusing it on Drew's window because I want to watch him just start slowly drooling as he drinks more of that shit.
So if I was going to teach one, I would love to do a creative writing class purely because I've taken 2 that were good, and the common thread was the instructor basically saying, hey, write what you fucking want. So I feel like that would be a fun one to teach, and then it would also be neat to be able to add the perspective of, hey, here's some actual advice for succeeding and managing your business in a difficult thing.
Yeah.
Environment, world. I don't know.
Sure.
Our friend Puna Earl asks, point from Discord, are there no A&D shot glasses for merch?
I believe
No.
that at TeePublic you can acquire merch from. If you go to the T-shirt sites, you can put our merch on some other shit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they do.
The public has shot glasses?
No,
I
T-Public
don't think
doesn't.
so.
Bob,
No.
didn't you
If
have shot glasses for a while?
Yeah, but
Oh,
I
I missed
actually
one.
had those made from a factory in China and shipped over. Those were a finite supply.
Which is probably why we don't have A&D
Yes.
shot glasses.
If it was something just straight up print on demand, that'd be different. But
Yeah.
doing them the way I did is a pain in the ass.
T-Public will
somebody-
do mugs, but they don't do anything good.
Every place does fucking mugs.
Yeah, mugs are not that hard.
Yeah, we get mugs on TeePublic. It's not the same. It's not the same as a shot glass.
Come on,
You can't
T-Public
do-
shot glasses.
You can't down a mug of whiskey. Well, you
Wanna
can,
bet?
I mean, you can. It's just you'll die.
I mean,
Oh.
I can't.
People look at you funny.
We've seen you drink, Steve.
I'm going to be honest, the can
Speaking
opening
of-
sound isn't really triggering me to drink like it should because I'm so used to it when on calls with you guys.
Yeah.
We got people in the comments saying Zachary says not drinking, smoking weed. Oh, I don't know.
Fair
if
enough.
you can endorse that on YouTube. We got Bitter Bastard saying I may be hitting the Sailor Jerry's later. Goodbye, Bitter
Ooh,
Bastard.
nice
Have
one.
a wonderful evening. Kawaii AB says I probably don't have enough booze unless I
And
dip
the
into
last
the good
time
whiskey.
I drank Sailor Jerry, a friend of mine drove a wheelchair off the front edge of a community theater stage into the orchestra pit.
Was-
That sounds like a good time.
I feel
He
like I've
did
got to
not-
clarify. Did he need the wheelchair in the first place, or did he need it
Not
afterwards?
until after.
Okay.
It was
No,
not
right.
his wheelchair.
Okay. Well, that's better then.
Oh, yeah,
That's-
someone
I feel
pointed out-
better about laughing about that now.
If you wanted to take a class as if I had, teaching it, I did write an advice book, and that advice book is on sale for $1 right now. So, underqualified advice and other amusing diversions. It's half advice book and half. I don't know what the fuck how to classify
You know something?
that.
You would be a worthy college professor because so many professors make you buy their own damn book.
Yeah.
Mine's $1. That's so much better than a college textbook right now.
Oh come on! If you went to a college, you'd have to make no. You could get on Amazon for $1, but in the school store, it's like 70.
I'm gonna interrupt this. I think you guys will find this funny because you know how everyone says like Rick is Bevan and Bevan is Rick. Listen to this comment from Lisa O'Leary Saunders. I'm buying some Bevan's books now solely based on the outfit and the kitty background. That's me. I'm
It is funny
please
that
buy
the call
my books.
You've done well.
lumped all three of you guys together in
choice.
one little section.
Oh my god!
Well, here, let me go get my real cat, and you can buy some of Joe's books.
Just buy all of our books, and then you'll hit the right offer at some point.
Oh, that's a good one. So let's talk real quick about sales. I know some of us have set one up specifically for the con for folks who are checking this out and might be interested in our books. All of the first books in my series, except for Fred, which I don't have control over, and all of my standalones are $1 throughout the entire weekend. So first books in series and standalones, all $1 from Drew Hayes. So if you want to check out something I have done, those would be a cheap place to start.
Bill the Vampire, the first book in the Tome of Bill, and Get Bent, the first book in the Hybrid of High Moon, are both 99 cents for this weekend. And both of them, lead into a lot more story. And of course, Shingles.
By
First
tomorrow
Critical
morning.
Failures book.
Go ahead, Bob.
I'm just gonna say the first Critical Failures book is 99 cents. It always is. Go get that.
I can't do sales like that because I'm through a traditional publisher. So
Boo.
Nerd.
yeah,
By tomorrow morning, the first
I'm
book
drinking my
of
Moscato.
Steve's Doomsayer
you.
Journeys will be 99
It's good.
cents because I just reset it.
hey,
Oh, Moscato's
Everybody
delicious.
shut up. Everybody shut up about
Moscato's
Moscato. John's saying something important.
Yes. So
excuse me, this is very tasty.
Look at me wipe my ass.
You want me to
Fuck
wipe my
you.
ass on screen?
Kinda.
Well, yes, obviously.
Not
But
for free,
my book is
Joe.
on
My
sale.
God, we gotta. This is how a
Come on,
comic
people.
book
99
works.
cents.
Patreon tiers.
Hey, they don't call it shaking your moneymaker if you're
I
doing
don't
it
want
for
to
free.
think of the money we could get for Joe wiping his ass on video on the internet. Let's not start going down those paths. It's a dark road.
That is.
Yeah, like I
dirty
legitimately
money.
don't either.
Rachel Carr mentioned that she wanted to send a RC whiskey, so we would think of her. And I have to tell you, that just makes me picture RC Cola's version of whiskey, and I'm kind of down for it. I like
Yeah,
RC Cola.
that might be really good.
Yeah, I grew up
Ambitious,
trash, and I'm
cheap.
proud of it. Drink.
Did any of us not?
Get some Dr. Thunder there.
Oh, that's still bad on the last one.
Such loyalty.
All right, I just set the prices to the first Quincy Harker novella, the first Bubba the Monster Hunter collection, and the first Doomsayer Journeys book to 99 cents. So those should be on sale by tomorrow.
Okay. Nice. Get that.
Right.
Oh, someone asked, Vlad Lowell asked if we did other Authortube stuff on YouTube or just John and Rick. As a matter of fact, Steve and I have a long-running series called The Adventure Brodeo, where we badly play World of Warcraft and sometimes other games, and during that we will often talk about what we are writing a little bit. And then we have Discord-estion questions that can be writing related if they so choose. So, did Steve freeze, or is he just holding in place while I'm dropping this major plug for us?
Nah,
He's just holding in place.
Okay.
I don't want to disrupt my kitty friends.
Right. He's afraid if he centers up on his
Jesus.
on his camera,
Need a
he'll
fresh beer.
block the best cat in the picture.
I don't
Oh,
know about
God.
this guy.
What do I have?
Oh, that's disturbing.
We'll do watermelon cider.
Oh my God, you're gonna
Cider.
die.
Jesus.
Oh, no. This is amazing. I'm just mad because it's going to burn it out and I can't do it again.
Here's a good one.
Austin East Ciders, baby. So good.
Trent asks, if you all had to write a Shingles book together, would you be able to work together without going crazy, or would that just completely dissolve Authors and Dragons?
Ooh.
I think it'd be
You know
fine.
what?
That'd be tough.
I think it would cancel each other out.
Hmm.
I mean, it's the most bizarre, ridiculous idea for a book ever, with 6 disparate kind of talents at work. I think if there's a place where different points of view can come together and truly be harmonious, it's Shingles, because at the core, everyone is awful.
It would almost have to be like a battle royale set where we all took a different perspective to write it.
You know what would work? There's a book out there called Dracula's that's written by a bunch of horror guys, and I think they each took like either one character or like one chapter a piece, sort of.
That was the first place I ever read Jeff Strand's work.
Well,
Man,
the closest
I don't know.
we've ever come to that is our secret.
Which
Yeah.
is so close to being finished and probably never will be.
so obviously
So
the
close.
answer is no. We can't manage to write a project together.
Let's say
Right.
the secret project we wrote has got some of my
Jesus.
best writing in it, and it will never see the light of day. But I like to say that I called the Kanye West presidency. I fucking called it in my nightmare horror book.
So
that
next
I
year
wrote
is
with
your
the-
fault.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. I look at Steve as my closest kindred spirit writer, and we had some bumps in the road when we wrote Hell's Titties, and then nobody ever
Bumps.
read it. And then we've been talking lately about like starting a different series of books, and right off the bat, we had such different ideas of the directions we wanted to go that I don't know. I don't see it happening.
Oh,
I mean, the shingles between all of us. I think that would be a disaster.
we can
Yeah, I think it
overcome
would
those
have to
problems.
do just something where we all had control of our own stuff. Because at this point, we're all sort of so developed and like we have our own styles and takes and things we want to write.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
that kind of stuff is easier either when it's a whole bunch of different plot lines and characters and everybody's taking a piece, or if there's a mentorship aspect, or if everybody's kind of new.
You know what it is? Writing together would not destroy us. Editing each other would.
It was
Speak for
that
yourself,
was
Paul.
yeah. That beer crack sound just makes me think that someone's drinking a beer a minute. And I'm like,
So, like every other week, Bob.
Oh, and Teresa, technically speaking, singles do not have to have dick jokes. Read Drew's. You know, he actually manages to keep his dick joke quota relatively low, while still writing an entertaining story.
Shingles for me is often a weird idea that I cannot get a full novel out of, but I'm like, I can put a horror or like terror spin on this enough that it qualifies and have some fun.
So
I had
really
to add
did like
gore to
the
Action
Giggle Time
Cadabra
Mountain.
to make it feel appropriate.
I thought Terror on Giggle Time Mountain was a really good, just B-movie horror story.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was truly like I love bad horror so much, and that was a manifestation of so much of the bad horror I'd seen and just wanted to play with. And Action Cadabra is that for bad action movies.
And I gotta say, I mean, I think the Tonys are still my favorite portion of any Shingles from Aliens Rector Kager. Because you know, you wrote that, and I was just like, that is such a college mindset, perfectly perfectly realized.
Yeah, I always thought it was a Buckaroo Banzai homage. Because all the aliens in Buckaroo Banzai are named John.
And I haven't seen that in so long.
I think
Your name's not
conversely,
John. That shit sticks with you.
Shingles are probably the most political books I write. I think everything else I write is fairly neutral. But Shingles, for whatever reason, when it comes to like fisting a puppet or whatever, I want to chuck a bit of political in there.
Like, shoving your hand up the puppet's ass is actually an allegory for the Republican Party. No.
Goddamn, those beer cracks are going faster.
I read a review of Alien versus Ass. I think it's its only review. Is 1 star. That's not doing so hot. The reviewer said, like, he's read several of Bevan's Shingles stories, and they're formulaic, and that's what he didn't like about them. And then, it's always a kid and some trashy parents, and they go on some murder fest or whatever. And like, all right, we're up to Shingles 32 now. Yeah, it's formulaic. Mine especially so. If you've gotten this far, still buying them and reading them, then that's on you.
Chump.
Shingles are exactly what I want my Shingles to be.
I mean, it's kind of like saying, I've been watching all of these James Bond movies. They're kind of formulaic. They're all about this secret agent character doing, secret agent. It's like, yes, that is the point.
He gets laid a lot too. Shocker.
Hey, at least he told you. I just was checking out Jizz World, and it has like three good reviews, and there's 1 2-star, but the person didn't write a review. They just left the 2-star, and it's like, come on, I need to hear why you hated that story.
Yeah,
Sure,
what
some
possible
bad
objection
reviews,
could they have had to Jizz World?
I want them to confront those demons and tell me.
I did.
Yeah.
So we got a question that was directed at me that it comes up occasionally. Tutor asked, Drew, when are you going to write the actual Rodrigo romance novel? I don't know. I haven't figured out how to write romance yet, but I also hadn't figured out how to write mystery until I started the 5-Minute Sherlocks. So maybe when I find the right angle.
Mystery is one I would like to crack. I have been. I don't know why I'm leaning into this microphone. It's not even plugged in.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I've been thinking about bringing back the hard-boiled dick series that I started. Joe's a fan.
Well, it's hard-boiled dick is just a great phrase. B, apparently back in the day, a slang term for like stern, down to business advice was solid dick.
There's the,
It's like
there's
you
the
want.
classic.
Sounds like you.
Yeah,
back in the day.
This is like
Aren't both of those
I
like
want to write the
breakfast?
series just because of the title.
Solid dick. Would you like some solid dick from Dear Abby?
Oh,
I-
I'm gonna need more booze.
Bevan, just promise me you'll somehow make it a take on like a shitty wizard. I don't know. Make it a Dresden Files spoof, and it could be great. I would love to
Oh
see
my
you
God.
take that one
Straight
down. That'd be
up-
funny.
It's gonna be straight up mystery. For those of you who are familiar with my Caverns and Creatures series, it'll be essentially Denise as a detective.
That sounds good.
Yeah, just
I swear to God, it's allergy medication.
I'm trying to figure out what the right angle is 90 degrees is directed at me for. Drink.
I don't question our fans, bro. That
Yeah,
way
but we have
needs
to try and
balance.
figure out the questions and comments.
Mm-mm.
That
where are
is
you guys
the
seeing all these
premise of
questions?
this.
I don't see them.
Well, since I'm running the stream, I have like a little multi-stream window that shows me the Facebooks and the YouTubes ones all consolidated together.
I'm not seeing shit, Bob. I'm just waiting for one
Alright,
of
that's
these guys
fine,
to
that's
read
fine.
something.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Oh, we had one from me and Rick. When will there ever be a Fred and Bill crossover? Never seems about right, Rick. Never. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably say so.
I feel like it's fairly clear those happen in quite distinct worlds.
Yes, but if somebody wants to write some slash fiction about that,
Yeah.
I won't read it.
Look, I have a
point.
multiverse storyline planned that's going to interact with some of my book worlds, but even then, I don't think messing with other people's property, that gets real complicated real fast trying to write all that stuff. You think a shingle shared is hard. Woo!
You know something as an Easter
jeez, I
egg.
forgot, shoot.
There's some fun stuff there, and it still ticks me off. I remember I had talked to Bob about it. Like when I put out the Bill the Vampire comic book, it was supposed to be an Easter egg that, like in the beginning when he's going and getting D&D books, they were supposed to be Caverns and Creatures books, and the guy just didn't fucking draw it.
Oh, that sucks.
It's like, oh yeah, I like your idea, but fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much.
That sounds fun, but have you considered fucking yourself?
I'm like, I only specifically wrote that in the instructions just for no fucking reason.
Oh,
Look, I know
God.
you want me to
Obviously.
draw what you tell me to draw, but at the same time, fuck you.
There we go.
That's the
Only
kind
one of those was the
you
thing. The other one was me.
Oh, apparently the Lisa O'Leary Saunders, who confused me with Bevan earlier on, despite the garishness of my
Yeah.
outfit
Here's my
and my accent.
accent.
It was your
It's
Lisa
a
Saunders,
flawless
mate.
accent.
That's what confused her. She's now bought some of my books to make up for the confusion. So thank you, Lisa.
We're okay with mini
Depending on
pies.
which ones you bought, maybe Steve and I both. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, if you get confused again, I'm the one with the least convincing British accent. So,
He's not wrong.
I've been to Gorby. I know.
Hang on, let me tackle one that just popped up
You
in the
haven't-
comments
you haven't
from
beat
Lisa
the
O'Leary
village.
Saunders. No, not unpopular opinion, who says they want more superpowers, which not at all unpopular, but oh Jesus. Sorry, hang on. So this
I'm
is
not
in
even
no
hearing
way a
this.
secret thing or anything. There's a afterword on the series, but I have a very specific philosophy of books. A series to me or a book is about a specific period of time in the character's life. And so whenever those events come to an end, then that series has come to an end. So Superpowers ended, and that series is done. That one is done. I will be going back to that world, but probably not for many years because I've got a lot of other shit planned I have to knock out first. But like that promised continuation at the end of year 4, and I'm saying just that for spoilers and new readers and stuff, but that is going to go somewhere in a long while. But that series itself, Superpowers, is done in the same way that Corpies is done. I might write more Titan books, but that story is over. Putting him back into it would be regressive, I think. So there will be
that makes
more,
sense.
not for anytime soon. Like Superpowers will continue in the world sense, just not for a while, because I've got a lot of other stuff I have to knock out.
And isn't that the bitch of it when you're writing multiple series and multiple properties? Finding time to write all of the stuff you want to write plus the new shit. Rick, how long did it take you to get back to your Hunters series?
Well, that was my fault because I started Devil Hunters like 6 years ago, and then so out of nowhere the Bill book started selling, and I was like, "Oh shit, better start writing some more of those," you know.
Yeah.
And you know what it was? It just didn't feel right to continue it. So I finished that 6 years later, but fortunately the third book is taking a lot less than 6 years.
Because you're done with the third book, right?
You know something? I'm done with that series. But much like Drew said, that world continues, and we may see those characters again. But the Crypto Hunters series itself is over.
Yeah, like I'm finishing out the Black Knight Chronicles next year with the 9th book in that series. But I'm not blowing up the world. I'm not saying that I won't go back to that world because that publisher and I have talked, and maybe we want to do more stuff in the future.
Well, we got a question from Rob who asks, "What's a good way to break into the writing world?"
Write a book.
Right.
Yeah.
Write a book.
Write a book.
Some shit.
Write a book.
And I don't-
Write another one.
Yep.
And get lucky.
Not even,
Write a
not
book.
even
Read a
write a book,
fucking
write
lot.
content.
Write a book to
If
the
you
end.
want-
Here,
Finish it, and then set it aside for a month, and then go back and read it, and then recognize how bad most of it is because it's your first book, and that's okay. You don't win your first marathon either. Like, it's a skill. You're gonna have to work at it to get it good, but you start by writing a book.
and
Actually,
and
you
understand
start
that
by going to Amazon and dropping $1 on Drew's underqualified advice book. Then write a book.
I honestly, for your peace of mind, understand that if you finish a book, you are already ahead of like something like 95% of people who try to do the writing thing.
That is
Like most people who start
advice,
books,
Joe.
most people who like start books do not finish them.
We got a
Yeah,
query
so-
in the fall
I think-
staff.
95% of people want to write a book, and
Every single
you know,
one.
like 1% of those people
Oh, Jesus.
give it a shot, and then 1% of those people like maybe finish a book. Like, yeah, you are
We got a query
finishing
in the fall
story,
staff.
even as shitty as it is. If you finish a novel length work, you are ahead of the game.
Yep.
And congratulate yourself on that.
Or
You ain't
write
wrong.
an article. If you read any site that has little articles, all those people are exactly as qualified as you are. Write a fucking article. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a hobby or general
that's
observation stuff
The thing.
or a humor site.
Yeah.
Write an article and boot it over to them. They might take it, they might not.
We
if
have
they do
a-
take it, you might get a little bit of money.
We have a donation question, and it's, I think, a very easy one to answer. It's for Steve or John. For $10 from Filth Planet, any release date for the Doomsayer audiobook, which I think is out?
Yes, we do have a release date for the Doomsayer audiobook. Right now. It's out.
Well,
It came
maybe
out.
in like 30 minutes or 20, however, how much do we have left?
Nah, multitask, motherfucker. Go to Audible right now on your phone while you're watching us be stupid.
There's multiple browsers.
Yeah, open a new tab.
Which is why you
Nah,
have
you
more than
can
one tab.
you can pick up the complete Doomsayer Journeys Omnibus right now on Audible or Apple or wherever. So yeah, it's out. I think it came out in January for the complete
Ooh,
edition.
I have a question I want
love
to
the
take on.
name Filth Planet.
We have one from Rob Larson, who said they did several different books in different genres, had one publishing company say it was enjoyable but not what they were looking for. Is self-publishing frowned upon? Oh, yeah, let's take a fucking drink to that one and answer that question.
Not
Hot
nearly
diggity
as like,
damn,
not
Rob,
really.
how long you got?
Yeah,
Let's fucking
Absolutely.
talk about self-publishing and the fucking
Yeah, I am.
stigma of the gates.
I
Well,
shopped Critical Failures around to a few places before, and I got a lot of form rejections. But one guy that actually wrote me back a personal email, and he said, "Have you considered self-publishing this? It's not what I'm looking for, but maybe it's something you should consider." And that's what well, not inspired me because it still felt pretty fucking low because it was a rejection, but that's that kicked me in the ass, and I did it.
I will
Oh,
say
Christ.
I shopped Bill to exactly 0 people because I didn't think anybody was. It was a bucket list item. I was like, nobody's gonna like this. Nobody's gonna care. But I wrote it. I'm proud of it. Let me put it out there. And people tell me it sucks. So, I mean, it was kind of an ends to a mean. I mean, a means to an end.
Yeah.
But I mean, here's the thing. There's self-publishing authors. They run the gamut. There's people who are the most professional motherfuckers on the planet doing it, and then there's people
And there's
who,
us.
and then there's people who, let's just say, are not.
Well, let's put it like this way: what do you want to be? Who are you comparing yourself to? Because there are excellent musicians out there, and they're not rock stars. There's really fucking talented buskers out there who ain't living in mansions. There are really talented writers out there writing for publications you think are really respectable, who are probably making dick all. Who are probably not, barely paying their fucking rent. So it's like, I don't know, who are you comparing yourself to? There are rock stars in every profession, and then there are people who work and make a living.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the publishing route, I mean, there are people out there who have done literally dozens of the Harlequin romances and stuff, and they're not even close to being able to quit their jobs and do that full time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at
Okay,
the
can
same
everyone hear
time,
me again?
Yes.
Yep.
the music
Yes.
analogy again
Okay.
is, there are people out there making millions who are frankly fucking dog shit. So again, who are you comparing yourself to?
All right,
The answer
so
The whole-
go ahead.
is that yes, there's a stigma, but there's a stigma about every piece of it. There's a stigma about self-publishing. There's a stigma now. There's a stigma from some of the more successful self-publishers about people who are traditionally published.
Yep.
There's
There's
do.
a stigma
I
about
feel the
basically
stigma
every way of
is
doing it.
warranted.
yeah.
There's stigmas about
I
stigma.
mean,
All right, let me ask you this.
stigmata.
Do you want to be a cog or do you want to be a conqueror? Do you want to succeed in a system that someone else has established and tells you is good? Or do you want to walk out into the Wild West with your fucking 6-shooter at your side and see how good you are? Because that, I think, is the best difference discussion.
Yeah, except one problem with your analogy, Drew. You're walking out into the Wild West of the 6-shooter. You're walking into Amazon's Wild West.
Yep, it's a fucking nightmare escape.
Yeah.
Or
A lot of it.
do you want to pay your rent? Which
Yeah,
is
that's
just
also-
as noble.
Yeah. What is the measure of success for you?
A lot of the self-published books, and I will go as far as to say, fortunately, a lot more of self-published books are shit because there are no gatekeepers. But that said, there are also a lot of niches that would otherwise go unexplored or I don't know,
Yeah.
word.
I think I get what Bob is
Uh,
laying down. There's a lot of markets that are catered to because of the existence of the indie market, which allows niche properties to find success that wouldn't get accepted in a general audience like a publishing system. In the same way that Critical
Thank you,
Failures
Drew.
was rejected by a lot of publishers, but has found success among an independent market because the demand was there, even if the mainstream structure couldn't appreciate it.
Yeah,
that what you're going for,
Virginia
buddy?
Wade, a couple of years back, she made
Absolutely.
a shitload of money with her Bigfoot fucking books.
All joking of all conquering jokes aside, I will say this: stigmas are fucking stupid to begin with. There's a stigma around audiobooks, which is so baseline the dumbest fucking thing I can really imagine. No, I can't. It's 2020. There's worse. But like the idea that absorbing a story with your eyes as opposed to your ears is somehow more inherently noble or better is so impossibly stupid, and yet that stigma exists. So yes, there probably is one about self-publishers, but fuck people who get into that shit.
Yeah,
like you
no,
said
it's
about
really
the
not.
audio-
It's well, I'm finding from because I'm mostly in the traditionally published
Drink.
world. Like one of the things my agent was saying was that basically there's really like that stigma no longer really exists in her words among anyone who matters.
The audiobook one or the
Yeah,
indie
no.
one?
Both.
I was like,
Really.
yeah, the audiobook one should never have existed among someone who
Yeah.
matters.
No, it does
That's
not. It
fucking
absolutely does not.
That's
Audio-
akin to
Audiobook changed my fucking life.
Oh, I love audiobook. I think it's almost a better version when done well because you add another talented artist's work on top of yours, which it can be fucking fantastic. It can add so much.
Yeah,
You
I
hear
think the
lines that. Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry. I was going to say when you have an audiobook, when you have an audio adaptation of your work, they're going to say things differently. The narrator is going to say things differently from how you envisioned it when you wrote it, and all of a sudden there's different emphases, there's different meanings that come out from someone else doing that, and it's like a microcosm of the fact that every time someone consumes an artistic work, they bring their own experience to it, and that makes the work deeper than was originally, than it could have been originally created by the author.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Rick.
No, I was going to say, I mean, generally speaking, if you're going around basically thinking that you're superior because, like, you only appreciate the written word, or you only like read literary fiction, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares.
Oh my god, that's a
Let
fucking...
people enjoy things.
You kind of just
Whatever
hit on
Rick
the
said.
reason I don't like other writers so often. So
Because they're
much fucking
assholes?
yeah, it's just a bunch of English majors, just the saddest, pointless dick measuring contests of who read what.
I tell all my editors that if the query letter includes a reference to their creative writing MFA, it's got to be twice as good as any other submission because I have to fucking deal with them.
Sorry, we had an audiobook question just a second ago that I thought was applicable, but I am now having to scroll back after several beers, so it is somewhat more challenging. Question from BMMC Wirtz. I'm just gonna... That's as best as I can do on that. When you guys sell an Audible book to someone and someone uses an Audible credit, are you compensated the same as if someone bought it? I always wonder if I should feel bad about using credits on ebooks. You 1000% should never feel bad about purchasing a book through a legal medium that we have provided. If we did it,
And
we made that choice.
Audiobook, that goes for Kindle Unlimited. Just consume our shit however you want it.
Yeah.
Big boys. We there are reasons we have our books available the way they are. do what you want, and we appreciate you reading our content.
Yeah,
and
we
if it's on
appreciate the
an-
concern, but please, if it's available on a legal medium, we made that choice.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
also,
And it's available in a library.
Yeah, I was just
Yes.
gonna say, like,
Absolutely.
indie stuff, you can get indie stuff in libraries. You just have to specifically request it.
Can I
That
tell you
also
guys
goes
a
for-
bit of a dickhead story?
yeah, I mean, if it's on a torrent site or if it's on some website that ends in not.com, there's probably a good chance we did not put it on there. So
Yep.
Yeah. If an author
I've-
wants to give away their work for free, and some of them will, you'll know about it. If somebody else wants to give it away for free, it's pretty fucking obvious, and you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't think that's what that question was.
Yeah,
but-
that's not what it was about. That's just they want to
Yeah,
make sure
I'm
we
just
get
saying
updated.
for all the people who might be confused about that. If it's like, oh wow, I got this, day release that normally cost me $15 on Audible.com, but now is for fucking $0 at the same time. You know what you're doing.
Yeah,
So
so stop doing that.
I have a fun library story, and it's a little bit self-aggrandizing, but fuck it, we're having fun. I was up in Seattle with some friends, and one of my friends is an architect and wanted to go check out the library. And so we went in, and while we're there dicking around looking at stuff, my friends decided to go see if I have any books in the stacks. And obviously they do not find any. But then later on, someone takes the joke a step further and decides to look me up in the card catalog. And it turns out, they do carry some of my books, but they were all checked out.
That's
Even
awesome.
better.
Yeah, so that was a fun turn for me.
Yeah. And I don't feel bad if people buy my shit at a used bookstore either, because I already gotten
No.
paid for it.
Yeah.
I saw a
First
thing.
ship.
Yeah, I saw a thing the other day where some writer got upset when a signed book showed up in a used bookstore. I'm like, I sit at conventions and tell people I don't give a shit if you prop up your wobbly coffee table with it.
Yeah, you
That's
bought
what
it.
Yeah,
signed
you
books
bought
are
it.
for. If you find a signed book in a used book for, that's like finding Viking gold, and that's so wonderful. And
Yeah,
I
I don't want to
wish
rob
that
anyone.
on everyone. Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
it's not the same thing at all as downloading it from BitTorrent. So
I mean,
Uh,
I
just,
have
uh,
signed books on my shelf that I bought at a used bookstore.
yeah. No, I love going to used books for and just finding fucking gems. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's part of the experience.
Yeah.
It's part of the wonderful thing of being a reader.
We have
So
a question from
it's
Emily
ongoing
Kaplan.
Hey,
Hey,
And then we have a donation question after this. So from Emily, do we feel like shingles have been kind of made more legitimate by Tantor doing the audio? 100%. Yeah.
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 we're
Bizarrely
still
so.
waiting for someone from Tantor to read those fucking things.
they not only took us, but they have given us like real talent who records it.
Yeah.
Our narrators are good.
Serious
They're
fucking
way
narrators,
good.
yeah.
It's insane that they do shingles for us. It truly is.
It's more
Uh,
insane that Kirby admits it publicly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I couldn't believe he
swear
was
to
okay
God.
with that on the podcast. I was like,
I
Yeah,
swear
'cause
to
he
God,
said
I'm
it
gonna
in the
try.
battle.
you're a
too.
name, man.
I
All
swear
right,
to God, I'm gonna try.
900 fucking audiobooks.
Oh, Kirby's a fucking champion.
I swear to
900.
God, I'm gonna try and
And
get
one of
Necromancer
those audiobooks was Underqualified Advice, if anybody out there wants the audio version. It's not on sale because I don't control that. $10
I can't wait
for
to read Necromancer's, Joe.
Ditto.
I just gotta
Come
fucking
on,
finish
Joe.
it.
One of us. One
One
of us.
of us.
Working on it.
One of us.
I'll keep picking up the slack until then.
It's
tell you what,
it's
Yeah,
90%.
because
Yeah, you know what?
Until
That shot is to
Shingles
Bevan for
book
all the
is the
shingles he
top.
has covered when our own schedules went fucking sideways.
Yeah.
Like, we're
yeah.
5 seconds up. This one's for you, buddy. 2, 1. Here's to Bevan.
because
telling you,
until
Joe.
Joe writes a Shingles book, he could actually still get hired to work for Disney in some capacity.
You don't want to do it. You want to write a really good Shingles book. And they tell you, most of like what's great about a Shingles book happens in the title. And necromancers, I can only go to good places.
Yeah.
It has the best character I've ever envisioned. Hakama Man Bun.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh God. All right, we have a donation question from Filth Planet, who asks, "Okay,
Filth
having
Planet.
heard most of y'all's audio titles, I need to know, how do you pronounce scenario?" Which I guess is me answering the question. Scenario.
Scenario.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Well,
See,
Steve
some
had to put a
people pronounce it.
British spin on it. Yeah.
Scenario.
Yeah, say aluminum, motherfucker.
I call it Scenario.
What, with the right fucking letters in it? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, what are those extra letters you put in it? Aluminium?
Scenario.
Scenarium.
Scenarium.
It's like that. It's like that song in Hamilton. How do you say anarchy? How do you say anarchy? Yeah, that's us and Steve. Steve's our Lafayette.
I'm no interested in your traitorous musical.
So Steve, there have been a lot. I'm trying to represent the number of comments y'all have logged on this subject, so I feel that you feel adequately represented. A lot of people who want to know if you're wearing the gold hot pants part of the costume, and if so, prove it.
Drew, do you think I would dress up like this and then just be naked from the bottom down?
Yes.
Well,
I think there were options between the gold hot pants and naked, but
I am
you give
wearing
the people the show you want to give.
I'm wearing the first golden hot pants, not the. I'm wearing the comfy ones.
Not the Vegas Walk of Shame ones.
No, because after like 4 or 5 months of COVID bloat, I'm not sure I could fit back into them like reasonably. I'm wearing the comfy ones.
Do these adequately hide my thunder? Oh.
Do they hide your thunder pair?
Oh.
I'm wearing the comfy brand of Firemaster pants. That's where I am now.
Someone asked what's up with the
2020
countdown.
Cool
Oh,
Bridge.
right, yeah. I probably have to keep this fresh on for you guys to see it. Yeah. Sorry, we're figuring out how to stream a lot of this for the first time.
Yeah.
Doing all right.
Honestly, this
Until
is
we all die.
we've had less crashes than I was expecting so far.
Yeah, I had my
We
last.
still got
round.
a whole other day. Don't jinx it.
Well, and
Well
the
done,
thing
Drew.
that we actually practiced shit to bed, which was the Switch thing.
Yeah,
from
and
the
that was
little I
just
saw, it looked
Nintendo.
pretty good.
I mean, Nintendo
That was
ate shit on that
Nintendo's
one.
fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We
did
vamped. We were fine.
more prep for that than we did for most of our lives.
I really need to figure out how to properly stream from the Switch so that I can do Breath of the Wild plays and curse a bunch.
Don't you have
Oh,
to-
that would be fun.
Do you have to have a card or something?
I'm not sure. The Switch is just kind
That
of
was
a pain.
more for Drew.
Oh,
Sorry,
'Cause
I
Drew,
was
didn't you
laughing
have
at
to get a thing?
Pardon?
Didn't you have to buy a thing to stream from the Switch?
Yeah, I had to get a capture card.
Down here.
I've had to figure out a whole lot of tech stuff for all this jazz. Rachel Carr, R.E. Carr, says that her goal is to publish a Shingles before Joe, to which Joseph Brassey replied,
God damn it!
and that's an extra drink for all you people playing the life game. And you know what, Rachel? That's an achievable goal. You are a quick
Yeah,
writer, and
you're
we
on
thank
the
you for all the
schedule,
work
honey.
you've done for us. Yeah.
Yep.
Someone
Yeah,
asking
I mean,
for proof that Steve is fully costumed. Well, that's all the delay.
I published a book before Joe.
I am
Uh,
for anyone following along at home. Yes, I am a slow writer.
Well, Steve, the hot pants went over very well.
Oh, good. Oh, thank you. Oh, bless you. I'll get in
I think a
shape
lot of
for the
people were
live con,
impressed
I'll
by
get
your
back
penis
to it.
shape.
Well, as long as
bulge.
someone is.
Get a load of my cargo shorts.
What's funny
I
is the
too
video
am wearing
clipped.
cargo shorts.
Oh no!
The video
this
glitched out at
live stream
exactly the
just
moment
got
that Bevan
really
stood up, so it
fucking
looked like we were
sexual.
Yeah.
censoring a dick. What? I'll let
You're
y'all
all
in a little
just staring
secret.
at my pussy.
I'm just wearing basketball shorts. I'm being lazy.
No. Just all the
I'm-
tech companies banded together to censor Robert Bevan's dick there because they knew it was too powerful for average internet consumption.
Shooter asked monthly power hour. Now that y'all have figured it out, we actually have done many power hours over on the Authors and Dragons Discord and the Patreon. Those will have videos that count along. God damn it, this fucking counter. Hang on.
Don't walk on the keyboard, kitty.
So, yeah, we do live
Don't
power
knock
hours.
over
We
my
have a
beer,
monthly
kitty.
live event over on the Discord thing, and sometimes that is a Jackbox game we have done. We have done power hours, but yeah, so this is something we do these hangouts as part of our Patreon thing. So if you would like to join, that is absolutely an option. Patreon.com/AuthorsandDragons.
And also, if you're on the Patreon, you get the monthly Mimic Chest, which is a whole other podcast that we do, which is where we ostensibly mimic other podcasts, but sometimes just kind of use that as a vague umbrella to talk a lot of shit. And yeah, if you want a different experience from the side quest a little bit,
Other
dare I say-
podcasts are talking shit, so that
Yeah.
counts.
that's fine. I mean, side quests, we try and keep it at least a little bit relevant. And we
Oh.
get some cool guests. When it comes to Mimic Chess, we basically pick a theme that someone else has done and then fuck it up.
We have a
Like some
donation
of our-
question. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Steve.
I'm just saying some of our more outrageous podcast experiences have been Mimic Chests. The Advice podcast in particular. So
Yeah, those
if you're
are-
not...
Never living that down, am I?
No, you never.
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 You and all the dead
So-
dogs in your neighbor's yard.
If you want to have access to, I think about, what now, 50 hours of content plus other things and other posts.
All the Authors and
Yeah.
Dragons at the movies where we riff over stuff, like tons of shit. We've been doing that Patreon
What?
for a while.
Yeah.
Also, you
5
can
years to make
preview
2
the
days worth of
digital.
content.
You can preview the digital comic before
Oh,
you
yeah.
go to Indiegogo.
Yeah.
You get first access to the digital comic, and you get first access to the actor movies, and first access to some other things. Generally, we tell our Patreon guys about things coming up before we tell everyone else. But the Mimic Chest is mostly, some of them are release wide, but mostly exclusive to Patreons. And that's got to be about 50 hours of absolute batshit content.
Okay, so we have a donation question and comment from Troy Neenan. I apologize, Troy. You asked this earlier on, and I mistook it for a comment rather than a question. So Troy was asked,
Hey, Troy.
this is about hitting the sweet spot with marketing on Amazon. Like, what are the right tags, I guess an amount sort of thing. Whoop, shot. And for that, honestly, Rick, take it away. I
pressure.
don't know many
Yeah,
people who know more about that than you do, man. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I mean-
speak
I
on
mean-
it generally, I think.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, there is always going to be a luck aspect of it, you know. And I mean, really, it comes down to you got to constantly test. I mean, you don't have to spend a lot to test. Like Facebook and stuff. I mean, you can run a Facebook ad for $2 a day. Within 3 days, you'll know if it's any good or if it sucks. But yeah, it really comes down to testing, trying new things, and just keeping your mind open, and just hoping you hit that sweet spot where, like, where okay, now we have something that works. And the thing is, when you do hit something that works, you will know it pretty quickly.
And understand that what works in January probably won't work in July.
Yeah, I
Very-
would say
that's one
like
very good one.
you kind of have to relearn everything like once every 6 months. because the
Everything
rules just
changes.
change.
Yes.
And
Also, oh, go ahead.
other people learn the rules that you're working by, and that makes that makes your tactics less effective. Amazon will make changes in things all the time to make things more or less effective. So you really do have to pay attention to it and stay on top of it.
And you have to figure out how to make it your own, because because first of all, there's a lot of like gurus out there like selling classes and advice. First thing to remember is 99% of the time I would say they're selling that advice after they've already tapped that mine. So now not only have they gotten what they want out of it, but you're paying them, as well as 50,000 other people are paying them, and you're all now doing the same thing.
Yeah, I can speak to this as
Oh,
just an
that's very
author,
tart.
somebody who
By
is
the time advice, oh sorry,
somebody who works on this on a day job for a global company. Is content optimization to get maximum marketing return is a constant uphill battle, because everybody will get to the same place you are almost instantaneously, and then Google or whoever will shift the goalposts, and you'll have to get ahead of the game, and then everybody will get ahead of the game. It's never ending.
Yeah.
You've always just
By
got
the
to be
time-
constantly looking at it.
a good rule of thumb is that by the time any piece of advice makes it into common parlance, it's no longer useful.
Yeah.
All right.
I knew that BookBub was going to decline the second I saw major New York publishers paying for BookBub featured deals. I was like, okay, well, BookBub's dead.
Hey guys, real quick,
I
we
mean,
have another donation comment from Troy Neenan, and this one is directed for Bob and Steve. There's one for me too, that I should make a sequel to Pairs. Would love to. Have never found a sequel plot that elevated the ending, so that's where that is. But they wanted you to know that they really liked Hell's Titties. Didn't care what anyone else said. They were really fun books, and they spent $5 to tell you that. So that's an extra weight on the compliment.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I really fucking loved writing them. That was an enjoyable experience. I liked Hell's Days.
It was. That was some of my most productive time. Like, Steve and I were holding each other accountable. Like, all right, here's 1,000 words. Boom, back to you. And he'd shoot it back to me just as quick. And that was a lot of fun.
Oop.
Yeah. I like the book as well, like the characters. I just say maybe if a couple of thousand of you go out and buy that now, maybe there'll be a follow-up.
That is one cool thing about co-authoring. You can kind of almost make it like a friendly competition. Like, it's like, okay, they did 3,000 words today. Well, motherfucker, you ain't gonna beat me.
Yeah, like if if the person you're writing with wins awards for their writing, then it makes it way more pressure on you. Oh, wait.
I like there are some cases where you drag people up, and there are other times when you're the anchor just dragging everybody down.
That's how I choose to live my life.
Robert Bevan, professional anchor.
All right, almost last one. I got a question from Emily Kaplan, and I think I have a pretty good answer to suggest. Can you hire a band to cover the theme song live at a future A&D con? I think I would like to hire the Gorecore 4 to perform it live.
Yeah.
I was going to go for the Stones, but sure, the Gorecore 4 is fine.
I mean, if we could get the Gorecore 4, the Stones are nothing, but the Gorecore 4, Jesus Christ.
I mean, yeah, we can get Mick and Keith for just an 8-ball and a 6er.
Yeah.
You got to
You
work
gotta get
hard
the
to
moon meth for the Gorecore 4.
They are
They're
serious artists.
They're deep. I'm going to call out to Stephanie Taylor, who says Drew has a Buc-ee's cup, which tells me Stephanie Taylor is a Texan, and yes, I do.
Drew's high class. He drinks his tart ass beer out of cup.
No, I drink my water out of my fancy Buc-ee's cup. Drink! Oh, God, that was technically the last one, but I have a beer to finish, so We're
Dude,
going.
is that Bucky? Is that Bucky's from the rest area place?
Yeah,
All right, I've been there.
yeah. It's fucking great,
My,
right?
Yeah, my son has a little fat Bucky's beaver stuffed animal.
I'm gonna tell you, I bought this gigantic Yeti style Bucky's cup at a roadside stand, and I was like, will I ever drink that much water?
It looks like it's not actual material. It's getting in and out because your visual effects.
Well, you have to remember, Bevan, I'm only half real myself, so everything I touch kind of phases in and out. Let's do some wind down as we wrap this after hours power hour. Crap, I don't know what this next thing is, so we're just gonna cut that and back to 38:32.
Yeah, okay.
All right. I was gonna just do some wind down as we finished our beers and said our farewells and whatnot. If there's any great questions anybody has noticed that they wanted to tackle on the way out.
One
Steve,
last.
how long did it take you to line yourself up so that you have the cat ears?
I just realized that.
I love it.
Because that's perfect.
Filth Planet asks us another donation question. Joe, what style of humor do you do, and what resources do you study?
I study Kunst des Fechtens, which is the German longsword school. I do my primary focus is longsword, but I also dabble in Messer, dagger, and German wrestling. My primary study text for a little bit has been the Peter von Danzig manuscript, but now I am increasingly working with Judd Liu. Judd Liu's book, which is very good. Das Fecht book is a really good. You can find that on the internet. It's a really good translation. The other place I recommend is the Das Fecht book, and the Wichtenauer online is a great resource. Michael Chittister runs that, and it's like literally an online wiki of translated manuscripts. So yeah, that's my background.
Oh, we have another donation question for Joe, actually.
Oh.
Joe, Filth Planet spent $10 to ask, what style of HEMA do you do, and what resources do you study?
You just completely misgave.
Oh shit, sorry. Yeah, it's almost like we've done a bunch of beers, and I was trying to read the other comments. Sorry, guys.
We have one. Okay. We have a donation question from Slogman.
Okay, cool.
A creativity question: do you find yourself forcing stories and creativeness more, or letting an idea lead you?
Can I start with this one, because I can vant for a bit while y'all think, and I have a recent one that's really applicable to this. It varies. Sometimes you get an idea that sort of comes together from various pieces of ideas you've been cobbling, and sometimes you'll get like a strong thread that kind of starts pulling you and makes you develop. Like Villain's Code, for example, was formed from a lot of the stuff I couldn't do with Superpowers, because Superpowers was set in a world with specific semi-realistic conditions, but I love old comic books, and I really wanted to fuck with that bigger, wilder world. So a lot of that came from the ideas I couldn't use for that, whereas I have another one I've been working on that started with just the world idea, and I've been thinking about this world idea for years, and I finally, in this last year, came up with a story and characters that fit enough to make it viable. But in that sense, it's one idea that's pulling me and forcing me to develop further, because I just want to play in that world so hard. All right, that should have bought some time.
No, I mean, I think that pretty much covers it. I mean, it depends.
Yeah.
Really does cover it. I mean, sometimes I'll have an idea that, like, hey, it's a fully formed story, and hey, that's great. Other times, I just like an idea. There is no story attached to it, and I'm like, damn it, I like this idea, so I'm going to make a story out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Sometimes the words flow out. Other times, I gotta force them out, and either way, I mean, gotta make the money. Gotta
Sometimes
pump the words out.
the muse fucks you, and sometimes you fuck the muse.
Can't get much more fucking eloquent than that from a man wearing cat ears.
It's true.
All right, that seems like
Yeah.
probably a good one to close on. We will see everybody tomorrow for the next day of the convention, noon Central Standard Time. The time zones matter. That's as much to us as to you, I promise.
Where we will kick this off with a panel talking about working from home and how not to murder each other.
Oh, what a wild one that will be. All right, folks, thank you for joining us for this
Yeah.
first day of Authors and Dragons Digicon 2020, and we will see you tomorrow.
Woo!
Bye.
All right.
Night, guys.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.